Hello, welcome, good evening. How is everybody? Hope we're doing good. Let me just share this out there and then we will get at her. Uh, so last week when we were doing Manga Monday, we cut it a bit short because we are feeling tired. I do feel a little tired tonight too, but uh, that's why we're doing part two. It might not take as long to finish this guy up from Bleach. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Grab the link here. Share it. Publish. Confirm. Oh, like mirror chat. I hope it's writing me. I just let him know. Hey, Alpha. How are you? Just read your message. Oh, don't worry about falling asleep. That was no biggie. It was the end of the show, anyways. The only thing I had asked you is if you wanted to promote something, and well, it was what it was. So we are finishing off our piece from last week because we got the show sleep because we were tired and almost falling asleep on air. My volume is low. Okay. What about now? What about now? Hello. Uh, Karen the cutest, how are you? We were drawing this character from Bleach. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I know if I say it, I'll butcher it, and usually I don't care about that. But it is because it is what it is. I started this last week, um, and we were tired, so we didn't finish it. So I'll show you what we did. We got a skeleton, if you will, or stick figure, and then we put some stuff around it. Took the stick figure away, then added some more details, and then we're going over the details now, and then we'll color it. It's Natsumi from Mike Stin. Nice drawings. Thank you. Yeah, I remember him saying that. I was just trying to go with what the name was at the thing. I wasn't sure whether you were trying to rebrand yourself. I'm not sure how to put it, but other than that. So we're going to finish this up tonight, hopefully, and then color it. Not that there's a lot for him to color. Not a lot of color in this, if I remember correctly. Manga Monday. Okay, photos. Let's. Yeah, he's all white and black. There's a little bit of red in there, but not a lot. And his hair is orange, of course. Volume is better now. Now, I just use the different name due to current legal problems. Ah, okay. No problem. No problem. Ah, good sound, yo. Hey, Raul, how are you? How's the new place? You still getting settled in? I can come on and draw. No, mic. Yeah, that's no problem. You don't usually say a lot, which is no problem either, you know. Just let me know in the chat. Hey, Pilfer Pup. Just let me know in the chat here when you're in back, and I will change things up so you can actually people can see you what you're drawing. Yeah, is there another picture I have the sword? Oh, there. Um, thought I saw slits in this thing, but it's not. How is everybody tonight? How was your weekends? I'm good. I woke up super early today. I'm starting to get sleepy now. My weekend was tiring. Well, sorry to hear that your weekend was tiring. I'm sorry to. I woke up actually a little early, about half an hour early. I made banana cheese bread. Okay, that seems weird. At least to me. I've heard of banana bread. I've heard of cheese bread, but banana cheese bread? I don't diss the banana cheese bread. I'm not dissing it. It's just something unusual for me. I think I'd try it. I put a cream cheese block in my banana bread. Okay. I've never heard of anybody doing that. Um, Definitely unusual. And hey, that's all right. I do things that other people think are different, shall we say. Uh, Thank you, Proof of Crosses. Dissing my baking. I'm not dissing nothing. I have never had it, so of course I'm a little reluctant, shall we say. Cream cheese on banana bread, believe it or not. Also, straight to prison. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Metal? And hello. How are you tonight, Metal? Cream cheese on anything is 10,000 out of 10. Oh, you're working on Ichigo. Bleach is one of my favorites. The Kubo is my favorite illustrator. Cool. Yeah, I started this last week and I got a little tired, or a lot tired, and I ended it early. And of course, here we are working on it. again are working on it. Okay, so yeah. Oh, hello, Metal again. Hey, Kieran Sumi. Okay, so I'm gonna do this part on another layer. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna grab a line. And we're gonna go. We're gonna come in here. I don't show that. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, as for how I'm doing, it was one of those days where I got into a random tangent and ended up learning how to sing George Harrison's pirate song in the voice of Waco Warner. So, fairly normal. Just another day in the neighborhood. Oh, another day in Canada. Okay, so what's everybody think? There wasn't too much more to finish up. Of course, I've got to color it in, but the drawing itself, that was epic. But let's see, Control A. Let's add a layer. And that was fast. Well, like I said, we started this last week. I'm not done. I still got to color it, obviously, or almost obviously. Um, so that's why the drawing itself seemed fast tonight. in parts of Canada, another day isn't for 50 days away. Okay, main. So let's see. Well, the main color for this guy is seems like white. Uh, why did you choose the full hollow Ichi out of all his forms? Well, I do have one pit. Well, one, I wasn't able to find a lot of other forms. Let me. The, I was obviously, I think, able to find a lot in the robes here before the hollow form, and find some in the suit. I didn't find those interesting. Um, the suit too much. Uh, the robe's not so bad, but I found that, just the hollow form, it's a little different. And I didn't even really see this one in blue with the blue. Now, if there's any other forms besides these, I don't know about them. But a lot that I got was with, I think, this middle one here. This sword, it looks like. Are you drawing the villain of the show? Um, Maybe. I have no idea. Uh, I get, I got volume one of Bleach on manga. Cool. Okay, so it was just most visually appealing to you. That's fair. I would have went with uh Baka skinny sword before hollow of the final Mukitsu, the black haired one. But that's just me. This one here. Uh, Same here. It says Alpha. I have volume one. I still have not read it. No, Ichigo is the main protagonist of the series. Yeah, if I wouldn't know, most of the time I wouldn't know a villain or whatever. Um, Although when I was last week, I believe when I was initially looking for a manga, the robe version did strike me, and that's I chose it because of that, the look and all that in the robe. if I remember right. But then in doing my look, I think I found either that or I found the hollow form first and then saw the other ones. I'm not sure how, I can't remember exactly. But I think my choices are flavored by someone who has read the series, so my opinions are flavored more than just the visual appeal. Yeah. Well, it's the visual appeal partly, and then trying to do something different for me. I'm trying to, stretch myself a little bit. The one with the horns is still Ichigo Alpha. It's just a transformation, like Super Saiyan. Hey, if it's Chozo. Okay. I did not finish. Oh, this is the thing because the other thing is his chest line. Yeah, I don't really want to spoil why Ichigo is special or why any of this makes sense since there are people here planning on reading it slash watching it. Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, I know it's a TV series too, so I would probably myself end up watching it. That's. I do have a few things of My Hero Academia. I have the first two or three collected volumes, I think it is. And I forgot to put his collar thing on. So, his fur collar thing. Uh, Togo is my favorite character for design wise from Bokugo. Yeah, I know who you mean. I've done Deco before. I've done All Might. I'm not sure whether I've done Bakugo. I might have. I should actually go back and do that. I actually, a while back, there's some videos on my thing here. I put some of my characters in My Hero Academia. I called it My Hero Academia Canada. So uh, most of that, I think, most of that takes place in Japan. They go to a couple of different places, but and of course they do a little bit, show a little bit of what's his name? All Might is in America, but I don't know what but. But they don't really focus on much of the rest of the world with the quirks and all that. So uh, have fun between the original Bleach and the Thousand Year Blood War Constitution. There are like over 400 episodes of the series. You can eliminate like 100 episodes of the original. You remove filler. Yeah, well, right now I'm having trouble just getting through My Hero Academia. There's a lot of anime that I'd like to watch. I'd like to go back and revisit Full Metal Alchemist. Um, I'd like to watch my what's One Punch Man. I think it's just easier to read the 686 chapters. Who knows? Maybe. Okay, so let's restart this. Got some. Who owns American rights to Bleach? Is it Sony? As long as it's not Sony, maybe I could do a reaction to watching it. Give me a lot of thing. And on my other channel, Pied Piper of Hamilton, I have reacted to some My Hero Academia, even some Full Metal Alchemist and Cowboy Bebop too. Uh, add me on Discord. Oh, well, hello to Natsumi in Discord. Okay, Raul, what do you mean add you on Discord? You should be on Discord. Uh, all you have to do is click into your Discord and then just go into the room. Be on air. Do you have the link for Discord, Raul? Via media, Viz Media. Uh, and if you need a new link, right in the description, if you can get to the description, Raul, there should be a link to the Discord. Let me know if you can get to it or not. I can grab a new link, put it in the chat. Raul. There you go, Raul. You should be able to see the room and come in. I'll check back in a couple minutes to see if you're there. Uh, Probably less than a couple minutes. Just get this red done, and then I'll do that. Let's Raul, you gotta scroll down. Do you want? They're looking for the on-air room. The going live thing is just to put videos out. There we go. Check in Discord for Raul. There we go. We have Raul. Let me. I've asked Raul what he's drawing, but Raul cannot talk while on thing at the moment. I forget whether it's because he has no mic or it's because where he's living now. But I think it's where he's living now, which is all right. He's probably looking for something to draw. I have always wanted to be a guest on shows, but they to be on shows, but they all have different time zones. Yeah. I never had much interest in Bleach. Once you've seen Dragon Ball, I don't see much point in watching the others. Probably because it's a different set of characters. They may have their similarities, but it's enough different. Oh, we lost Raul. We got Pink Raul. Well, as for Natsumi, if he's around enough, and like I've seen you a bit at Mike's for sure. I remember you've always been good there. Um, but if you're around enough and you want to end up coming on, uh, it's very possible that you could be able to come on and talk about whatever eventually. You know, I'm usually fairly easy to get along with, just as long as you know. I just ask possibly no cursing. I know people, it's some people it's ingrained, and that's all right. I try not to have it. Some people it's harder to stop doing than others, so like and just don't be a jerk. I've only ever had to ban, I think, one person from my channel, not including bots. Yeah, I'll have to save up for a new computer if I ever go down the route further than thinking. Yeah, Rick is too easy to get along with. Damn Canadian sentimentalities. I have to not get along with people for him sometimes. I'm not sure whether that's the Canadian sentimentality or just me. Metal. Windows 7 is far too old. Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's better than the ones that we got nowadays. If I could get away with running a computer and being able to do what I'd like, I would almost love to have Windows 95 on things, or the latest me Windows Millennium. Windows 7 is far too new. Boot up Win 98. Metal, for the past few years, I've only had Windows 7 and some crappy Linux laptops. Okay, I think we've got that one done. Windows Atari mode for Rick. There was no Windows Atari. There was Windows 3.1. People are talking about the Moana movie flopping. I saw zero advertising for it and would have no interest in seeing it either way. I actually heard that I thought I heard that it was doing good. Better than Supergirl, anyways. Not that that's hard. Live action remake of Moana. Yeah, I knew what you're talking about. I was thinking going to see it. I don't mind Moana with The Rock actually starring in it too. Just because he was the voice of what's his name in the thing. The best visual aesthetics for computing was NEC PC 9800 series. Okay, I've never even heard of that. I still haven't seen most of these live action remakes. Probably never will. Same here. Well, I'm not. Well, I shouldn't say probably never will, but I haven't seen most of them anyways myself. Maybe if I had something to see them on for free, I wouldn't mind checking them out. But most of them I don't want to pay to go see. Then again, sometimes I just want to go see a movie too. That's why. But then again, I never even saw the original. Oh, I saw the original. I like it. Funny. It's goofy. It's a Disney movie, if you will. Or That type of Disney movie. Since Disney does technically all types, but yeah. Also, known simply as PC-98, it was a Japanese computer of IBM, competitor of IBM that ran their own version of MS-DOS and later Windows. All the best PC games were PC-98. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, oh, looking good there, Raul. Metal, how comes the game thing, the RPG? All the best except Doom. Doom is probably better than any PC-98 specific game, and then all of those are next on the list. If you can, Raul, maybe put in the chat for those that might not know, like me. Who are you drawing tonight? Since I know you can't talk, or you can talk, but you know what I mean. Drawing the lovely Sailor Moon. Oh, okay, cool. Sailor Spoon. Winning love by spoonlight. Na 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 na. Rick is taking a really long side. Rick, this is taking a really long alongside the other stuff I have to do. I didn't realize until I got into it that I had made 300 abilities for launch because of the way the system works. Oh, okay. So I guess that's a very big thing that you got to do. Specifying all the abilities and all that. Probably early next month. I might have money for you, metal too. Uh, I knew it would take longer than I thought, but it might exceed my 500% buffer expectations. Do metal. You can do it. It says Raul. Metal. Metal money. Why not gold? So this weekend, I'm at another Comic Con, a small little one that I only found out about a couple weeks ago, and I got a table at it. It's called Geek Con. So, like 6 hours or 5 hours in total. That well, 5 hours as well as setup. Funnily, Raoul, the Chinese and Japanese symbol for the element metal is also the Japanese for gold and money. Cool. So I'll be going to a con this weekend, Saturday. Then I'm going to a barbecue. Make it golden, Rick. I will try. How do I join the stream? Oh, I already answered that. Is it with the church? No, I got a church. No, it's GeekCon is just it's a new little I guess startup. They have had been in a couple places. Actually, I've already got a con book for January. There's a festival here in September on September 5th called Jesus Fest. I've already got a table. I've got a table booked at that. So Jesus Fest, send me the link. That's on a Saturday. Gee. Here, I'll put the link in the chat, Raul. Uh, Oh, you're Italian because I had it in my mouth. Yes, it is tasty. Show them the Jesus drawing I did with Canadian Shield. Okay, is that probably got the wrong one. I'm also trying to abide Vibe Coder, a character sheet app for desktop to help with gameplay. I might not get it done before the one shot, but it will give you roles to paste into roll 20 directly. Ah, cool. Okay, I'm probably going to show one that I don't think it's yours because I'm just trying to think of. Uh, okay, not sure where I put that one with. Uh, did you send that to me? Do you know if you sent that to me via um, Discord or Twitter? I'm off to sleep now. It's 4 a.m. Farewell, everybody. Nice to catch you live, Rick. Oh, good. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good sleep. Hopefully, we'll see you later. Tomorrow night, I will be drawing up some combination between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. I don't know which one. My art is on the fan page. Yes, that it is. Oh, yeah, that is the one. Okay, later if it shows up. There we go. Night. See, everyone has house rules now. So we showed it off. You're welcome, Raoul. Ooh, nice high kick from Sailor Moon. What you? I am drawing. I'm not sure how a character from Bleach. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Ichigo or something like that. Bleach. Okay.
Hey, Rick.
Oh, hey, Metal. How are you?
Yeah, it's stopping for just a little bit. I'm doing all right.
And just a little surprised.
You should be.
But it's good to see you every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've just been, you know,
Working for a
racking
living.
my brain with all the stuff keeping me busy.
Yeah, I gotcha. I know what it's like. Too much to keep you busy. Eh? But I
Oh,
guess
yeah, yeah.
it's being better to have too much. I think a little bit too much to keep you busy than not enough.
Maybe. I mean, because, like, immediately after I have this game running, to the point that I have finished, not just us playing it, but, like, the full manual on the site, I'm then hopping right over to another project and getting the trading card game running.
Yeah.
I'm good at Contra? No, not at all. I mean, I'm better at it than I was on that show, but uh, even by my own standards, it's like, no, I wasn't even of the best of my friends when we played Contra Golf.
Okay, what is Contra Golf? I know you've said before, but
Yeah, it's a personal game me and my friends came up with where, like normal golf, you're trying to use as little swings as possible. It's to get through Contra with as little shots fired as possible. So you have like somebody there with a clicker hitting it every single time you take a shot. The very first level, you can actually get through without taking a shot at all until you get to the boss. And then you have to use all your shots on the boss. And there is a minimum number of shots that it takes to kill the boss if you're good at it. And I always ended up going over like 5 shots, even when I did it, because I'd miss a couple or whatever, trying to dodge the shots of the first boss. And then it just gets more and more difficult as it gets through there to not shoot.
yeah, I can believe it.
And I would be even worse at it now because I haven't done that since high school. So, yeah.
Long, long time ago.
Yeah, even when I was on stage in SGC, that was probably 5 years since the last time I had played Contra.
Yeah, they had to pick a game that it's been 5 years since you played, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Why couldn't they? They asked me. Like, I didn't know I was going to be up on that stage until I was in line for it. I kind of got the feeling, but I still didn't know. It was when they invited the first person up on stage, and the way they introduced the person was with the answers to all the questions Craig asked me while I was standing in line. So then I knew at some point in the show I was going to be called up on stage. That was it. If I had known, I would have gotten a full night's sleep before that, instead of being up for like 2.5 days at that point.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully, I was hoping he would have me play something akin to the game that I said was my favorite game ever, which was Super Mario Brothers 3. And, well,
No.
that's not what happened.
Yeah, not even close to Super Mario 3.
So I should have picked Castlevania. I would have done better in Castlevania than Contra, but I didn't get to pick. I answered a question. Like, the category, the event was decided for me before I was called up. When I was
Yeah.
standing in line, Craig just comes up to me wearing his white suit for his game show, right? And he just starts asking me questions. I didn't even know he was going to be wearing this white suit for the game show. I was actually backstage with him maybe 30 minutes before that because he needed help getting stuff out of his car to start setting up. So I went with him. I grabbed a bunch of my friends, and we helped him carry stuff out that his wife drove up there. So I was backstage, and I actually have some pictures from when we were backstage. And I guess he decided to put me on the game show because he was grateful somebody from the community helped out. But like within that time, he had dressed up in this like really slick white suit like a game show host, and he just comes up to me in line, asks me for my G1 username, and then starts asking me questions like, where are you from? It's like I'm actually from the Dallas area. Even though we've talked before, I think he just wanted to double check some of these things. Like I've hung out with Craig a few times at the conventions over the years.
Yeah.
And what was my favorite video game, which was Super Mario Brothers 3. And then I thought almost nothing of that until we got into the room. And then he introduced the first person by literally all the questions that he asked me. I was like, but with their answers, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on stage, and this is gonna happen. I think it was a combination of the fact that I helped him get stuff out, and also I was cosplaying Captain N. And Craig happens to be a really big fan of Captain N.
Ah. So Super Mario 3 still your favorite game, or has it changed?
No, it's
Yes.
still. It would take a lot to change that. I've played that game way too many times.
Yeah, I had a buddy that played it a lot. He had it when we got it on the Super NES. He had a game save that he could go in and with all what he needed, the warp whistles and all that, and beat it, and like yeah. an hour or less, 20 minutes or something like that.
I used to be able to get it down, and this was back when I was in school. I could definitely not do this now, in like 8 minutes, which
Yeah,
sounds impressive, because that is technically speedrunning time, but it's nowhere close to the record. Because once you start getting sub 10 minutes, every single error you make adds like seconds upon seconds upon seconds. The actual record is like, I think, sub 5 minutes now. I'm like, God, there's no way I was ever getting close to that in my life.
yeah, that is crazy. Well, I think, and the big thing that depends on that is that one where it randomly grabs you, those 3 or 4 squares you go across in World 8.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. See, World 8's the problem, right? Like I could do it no problem back when I was in high school because I used to play the game nonstop all the time. Because I don't play it that often anymore. I keep it on my 3DS so I can pop it in anytime I want to play it. But I don't play it a lot. So like I have the mechanical skill built into me to do like the first 6 levels of the game, no problem. But level 8 itself, right? Seven's a toss up, and you can skip some of the stuff if you're doing that. But if you're skipping straight to 8, World 8 itself is actually really hard. Not so hard that like a kid can't do it, but if you're playing through the game straight, you build up the mechanical skill to do World 8 as you play through, right?
Yeah,
If you haven't played it in years and you jump straight to it, you're like, God, I really should just do a full run of the game. But then I never do a full run of the game. And then next time I play it again, I yell at myself again for not rebuilding up the mechanical skill to get through 8 again. It's
yeah,
a cycle that just persists.
yeah. I was actually playing it at my buddy's the other day, about a week ago or so, and I'm playing it on a Switch, so the controller is completely different and all that. So, that I was really messing up more than I should have. But then again, it's probably been like 20 years since I played it. Or maybe
Yeah, and
less.
it's one of those things where like you hop back into it and it gives you false confidence, right? Like I go back in, I try to do my old habits, and you really only have to play through all of World 1 if you want to do it fast, right? And if you can get all of World 1 down in like under 2 or 3 minutes, then you're good for like a fast time, right? Because
Yeah.
after that, you could just skip straight to 8. If you wait till you load up into World 2 and use both whistles, you can just go straight to 8 from there, right?
Yeah.
But like World 1 is super easy. So like even just old muscle memory can get you through World 1 and make you think like, "No, I'm good. I got this." And then you jump to World 8 after not playing in a long time. You're like, I don't know if I got this.
Yeah. Well, like I said, my big thing is, like doing a controller I'm not used to. I do not like the Switch controllers. They're too small. I'm not sure whether that's the right word, but they're scrunched or whatever.
Well, the thing is, the D-pad is about the same size, right? But there's a problem with it, right? I mean, the main buttons are smaller and closer together than the original NES button, but the D-pad actually takes up about the same area, but it's not one button, right? Because like the way the original NES controller was, is the D-pad was basically a single platform that was on an axis, so you tilt it to click the buttons underneath it. But that's not how the Switch works. The
Yeah.
the equivalent of the D-pad is actually 4 directional buttons that are completely separate from each other, and you can accidentally hit 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah. Well, the buttons, well, your A and B and all that are a lot smaller too.
Yeah, I already said that. Like they were bigger
Oh,
on the NES. Yeah.
yeah. But I wasn't even using the D-pad. I was using the little joystick.
Oh, dude, I cannot play that game with the joystick. That is the worst way to play that game. You want precise directions because that's how that game was built. So you want to use a D-pad.
Yeah, it's just where they put the D-pad just doesn't feel right to use, at least while I'm doing that. The little controller is way better, at least for me. At least
I get it.
position.
It's because the joystick is lined up with the buttons, and the D-pad
Yeah.
is lined up with the other joystick. And the reason they did that, so if you take them both off and you use them as smaller controllers, they're identical to each other, right? So they have reverse symmetry. While they would have mirrored symmetry, or I guess technically not reverse, rotational symmetry is the word I'm looking. They have rotational symmetry. While if they lined up both sticks with each other and both sets of buttons, they would have mirrored symmetry, and that would mess up player one and player two, since the Switch is built that both of them can be independent controllers. Which, if you were playing that way, like two-player, you would have to use the control stick to play Mario. If you were both using the different Joy-Cons as an individual controller.
Could I use the Joy-Con by itself in playing that without the rest of the controller? It'd be really small, though. I'm not sure.
It would, but it is designed to do that. Like both Joy-Cons, while they can function as a single controller, are also two independent controllers.
Because we also played the original Mario through the Super Mario, the Super NES, controller, Super Mario All Stars.
Yeah, I think they have both the All-Stars and if you go over to the NES for Switch Online, they have all the original ones too.
Yeah, and I just my buddy goes to the warp zone, goes right to 4, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you go to 4. I'm going to 3. I'm getting my 100+ lives. And I still started messing up. But, like I've got 100+ lives, so from the end of, I'm sure you know about the end part in World 3-1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we lost Raul. Night, bedtime. Okay, later, Raul. Thanks for stopping by.
There's so many ways in that game to get, like, just endless free lives, but the thing is, while it would be helpful, because I haven't played it in a long time, I just never think about doing them, because once you get down to being able to play the game fast, you don't worry about lives, right? Like, you don't use a single life.
Yeah, this is true. Or you don't need all those lives. Definitely, there was a time that
What's going on? The show's over. Like I check my Discord. Like what's going on there? Rick is still here and Metal is here too.
maybe the show's
I know
over.
what you talk about. The show's not over.
Wait, still going? Wait. My must have buffered on my end. Never mind.
No, we're
I
just here talking about old school video games, just chilling, trying to have a chill time.
Okay. Raul just left apparently. Well, never spoke much.
Yeah, well, he can't where he's living now. After
Now, where is he living at?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but he had to move from where he was living, and he's in some sort of rooming house or something like that. Renting a room or something somewhere. I don't know.
To be fair, it's none of our business.
Yeah, true. But after 10, he can't make a lot of noise, so.
Okay.
That was actually our house rules when I was in college. Like, I was living with 3 other people at the college. Like, we were in an apartment, but we had a shared living space. There was 4 bedrooms to the apartment, right? And I knew one of them before living there because we were connected through my youth pastor. I met the other one that was on his side. We were all fine. We had this one guy named Greg that nobody got along with. But we all signed like a roommate agreement type thing to establish house rules, and 10 o'clock was the quiet time, right? Like you could basically as loud as you want, but once it hit 10 so that people could get up in the morning, it was quiet time, even if you were still awake. Everyone signed it. We thought that was a very, very fair agreement. One time, Greg comes out while we're watching TV at 9 o'clock, a whole hour before quiet time, in his underwear, complaining that he's trying to sleep and turns the volume down on the TV and swears at us in the process. And it was at that day I'm like, Greg, I was nice to you until now. No more. That was all it took. We are now mortal enemies.
Nah. By the way, if you don't know, I recently saw Toxic Avengers for the first time. Never actually saw one of those movies before. At least
The
I tried to watch the first one.
I was going to
The
say
original.
the original or
Yes, the original.
and
1984 from 1984.
I thought it was before then, but okay.
It was much sillier than I expected, but it was a decent movie, superhero movie made back in the 80s.
Oh, cool.
You probably already seen it before, Rick.
No, I haven't saw the original. I just I did see the remake recently.
What about you, Metal?
I have never seen anything of the Toxic Avenger. I'm aware of it, but I've never had the desire.
Okay, I watched the first movie. It was pretty funny. I mean, you had him kill people by shoving mops into their face, like have him kill a dude by making him into a sundae. So it's funny.
Yeah.
You deep fry the dude's hands at one point.
Yeah, well, like I said, I haven't seen the first one. I didn't think it was too bad, but I don't think I'll probably end up seeing the first one myself.
What? Why? Because what? What's the issue?
It's just really not my type of movie.
Yeah. Like yeah, you had like like you had Toxic Avenger. It grew like this old slave trafficking lady. Old lady was a slave trafficker. Grew into a washing machine. Lots of silly.
But I figured it would be a movie that you would like. So that doesn't surprise me.
Well, I knew you saw the Peter Dinklage version remake, but
Yeah.
I don't know how much interest I haven't seen the remake.
Well, I'm not sure whether it's more violent, as violent, or whatever, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So, and not that it's a super bad movie. It's just I don't know. I'm not sure how to put it. And we lost Metal.
No, don't know when.
He said he wasn't going to be on. He said he wasn't going to be on for long. So anyway, so.
All right. Like lots of ridiculous kills, like ridiculous kills in the movie. How he kills these bad guys. Like, that's fun. They explain in the movie that the movie. I don't know how the scientist gets this information that Toxie Melvin, that's his real name is Melvin. When he mutated to the monster, he has some instinct to destroy evil, and and he can sense what a person's evil person or not. And that's why he has instinct to kill them. And that's why he killed. That's why he does all these gruesome stuff.
Well,
It's kind of dumb since the scientists didn't even examine him or anything like that. We just had him give a speech at some college or something. I don't know. What was you gonna say, Rick?
The remake did not do that. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
They had a more existential reason. He was just going after certain set of bad guys for.
Okay. But the movie had this the first original had this morbidly obese mayor who was running a drug ring. That's the main antagonist. He was a corrupt politician.
Uh, Sounds like something from back then that would be happening.
Yeah. He also the chief of police was also corrupt. He was German for some reason. They had a German police like the chief of police is German. Like, for some reason, I don't get it. Like they never elaborate with like why is he in America or anything like that, and why is he a corrupt policeman? I was like, chief of police is German. And,
Yeah, well, it's just that type of thing where there's not a lot of explanation for anything.
no, they explain a lot of these things. A lot of these things with these things, just we have silly elements for some reason. Like the guys, like the guy's German, or the corrupt chief of police is German. Like no explanation as to why he's living in America. Anything like that. He's just German for some reason. Speaks with a German accent, and everything.
Yeah, well, there's lots of people that are from Germany that live in the States, so even back then. So that's
I
probably
know.
why they didn't probably figure they needed to explain that one.
He's like the corrupt mayor's right hand man.
Uh,
They also had toxic Avenger dating a blind woman. Like he had romantic subplot with this blind lady. Was that in the remake?
I don't think so. Uh, he had a kid in the remake. Did he have a kid in the original?
No. He was still living in his mom's house. He didn't even have a family. He was a virgin at start. He was literally a virgin at the start of the movie.
Well,
The original. So he's a very different character.
yeah.
Like he wasn't a parent. He's living at home with an elderly mom and I think he was working as a janitor working as a janitor at a pool somewhere, or that was a gym. Well, I work as a janitor at the gym.
Well, that was the same here. He was a janitor as well. But I think in this case it was a janitor at some power plant. Well, maybe not a power plant, but some chemical factory or something like that. I forget. So there we go. There's I'd say Ichigo done. Don't know what I'm gonna save this.
Nah, that's Ichigo from Bleach. That's
Yeah,
at least I never seen Bleach. I have no interest.
yeah. I haven't seen it either. I have a
No.
slight interest, but not enough to do
It's
much
basically the
better.
same premise as in Yu Yu Hakusho, but it's the same premise and a similar premise, and just made it into a more stereotypical battle anime.
Yeah.
It's
So everybody, what do y'all think? If there's anybody here still watching,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like I said, I assumed she was old. She was old because it was buffering on my end, so I just assumed the streaming ended. But I guess it hadn't.
no.
But I have nothing to promote, so I'm saying outright.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm probably done anyway. So for the night. So yeah. Thanks everybody for coming by. Uh, you said you got nothing to promote. I'll be back tomorrow night. Drawing up some sort of combination between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. So we'll catch you all then. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and